please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
We have Nigel joining in for the World View. Good morning, Nigel.
Morning, Surbhi. Well, it was red on the screen, really. More red than green is what we saw. Both the Dow as well as the S&P, they ended mildly in the red, but the Nasdaq was a relative outperformer in yesterday's trading session. Amazon, that was the stock that did quite well in trade yesterday. That ended with some gain. So that, in fact, was the stock that ended with a gain of close to around 1%. Pulling the Nasdaq higher. Well, we're looking out for the minutes coming out of the Fed as well. Before that, financial and real estate space, both of them took a bit of a hit yesterday. They were, in fact, the worst performers in trade yesterday. And the minutes that came out of the Fed, it more or less signaled an optimism coming in about the economy. If you take a look at the jobs data and other data points that they looked at. But as you were discussing earlier, they said that, in fact, the rise in asset prices, that's something that a bit of a worry for them. So that's all the cues that came out of the U.S. market in yesterday's trading session. But if you shift focus and if you go across to the European markets in trade yesterday, well, we had a couple of those indices that ended in the red. So you had the CAC as well as the DAX. Both of them did come in for some selling pressure. The FTSE, though, that was a relative outperformer. Though, in fact, we've got some commentary that's coming in there. Britain is now set to grow at around 1.5% in 2017. That's a tad lower than what was earlier estimated. In terms of stocks that were in focus, we had travel and leisure stocks. They were under pressure. Why? Because Thomas Cook reported a margin contraction, though the top line growth was quite good. That stock was down close to around 8.5% in trade yesterday. If you're looking for green really on the screen, then in fact you would find it in the Russian markets. Remember, crude prices, they bounced up overnight. And in fact, the Russian index was a big outperformer, ending with a gain of close to around 1%. But the Asian markets early this morning, they're more or less flattish, so they're trading mildly in the red. The Nikkei, remember, is closed for trade today, and even the U.S. markets will be closed because of Thanksgiving, so volumes could be on the lower side. The SGX Nifty, though, is indicating a mildly positive start. Back to you all.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Nigel.